Welcome to the 19th episode of the Three Sportsmen podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Kurt.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Trey.
And in this episode, we have a lot of news. We're going to be talking about the NBA draft lottery. We're going to be playing Pick a Player, talking about the Cubs and Sox series, talking about Earl Thomas, and the rest of NFL training camp. But before we get started, we'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, checked out the other episodes of our podcast, and checked us out on social media as well, on Twitter.
At podcast T3S.
And on Instagram.
At T3S Podcast.
We really appreciate any support. So, yeah. And we're also going to be looking for guests. So if you are interested in being a guest on the podcast, just let us know through one of those social medias. So we're going to start.
Come on the podcast, guys. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun time. It's a grand old time.
It is.
So we're going to start off this week's episode talking about the NBA draft lottery. Now, Sam and Trey, you guys are Bulls fans. I know you're pretty happy with the result.
See red. See red.
Run with us, baby. Let's go. Y'all ain't ready for us. Give us 4 years. 4 years. 2024 NBA champions. Kobe White's the finals MVP.
Hey, at least he didn't get the 7th overall pick for what? 4th year in a row?
Yeah, Sam's Pistons got it.
The Pistons.
Yeah, they get 7th, so.
Oh, yeah, Luke Kennard. That guy.
So, given that you are the 4th overall pick, what are you expecting from the draft?
Denny Avdia or Obi Toppin, that's it.
I think Denny. That's my pick.
Yeah. Denny. If I had to choose to be Denny.
I think he's going to be really good.
So I think I found out how to pronounce his name. I think it's Avdia. We're probably gonna end up calling him by his first name, but
Denny.
Kind of like Luka.
Yeah.
I just looked it up. It's Avdia.
Avdia.
Okay.
Denny
That's
Avdia.
what I said. Because that's what I told Trey on COD the other night.
Yeah.
So the Timberwolves got the first pick. I feel like we can kind of do a little mock draft right here for the top 5.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
My pick.
I think they're going to go Edwards.
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't go Anthony Edwards. Flight was on James Wiseman the other day.
Well, it's Flight. What do you expect?
I think that's not fair. Wiseman's going to be good.
So Flight was like, "Oh, what the is this guy doing? Wasn't this the guy that went to like Memphis or something like that, played one game and then dipped or something like that? That's just not fair to his team, man." And I was like, do you not pay attention at all? Like, you're a idiot. Like, pick it up. Like, let's go.
It's Flight.
Like,
he's an act.
The Warriors, the best fit guy in the draft that's available to them is James Wiseman.
Yeah.
Unless they trade. They might trade for a star, though.
I don't think they'd trade.
I mean, I've heard rumors, but I don't think they will trade. I think that they're going to keep the –
Yeah, Trey, who do you think they would potentially trade for?
I have no idea. I really have no idea.
If I was in the NBA and you wanted to trade me, just trade me for a lifetime supply of chocolate milk. I'm good to go.
Yeah, that's it.
You're supporting it right now.
Yep. I'm going to the NBA.
One day.
See, you can't base my skill off gym class basketball because I wasn't trying then.
The cameras weren't on?
Yeah, the cameras weren't on exactly. When I threw that punch on what's his face?
I remember.
You can't cut this out, by the way. This is pure gold.
We'll keep it. Names will not be included for privacy purposes.
We didn't say names.
We didn't, but we won't.
We won't. It's not like he watches it anyways.
I don't know.
That was a very, very interesting day.
It was. So do we all agree James Wiseman is going to go 2 to Golden State?
That's fair.
If they keep the pick. As long as they keep the pick, then yes.
If they keep the pick, yeah.
It's a fair assumption.
Now, I think things are going to get interesting when Charlotte is on the board.
They're taking LaMelo.
Sam? Do you think the Hornets are going to go with LaMelo?
I hope they
Someone
take
else?
LaMelo because if they take Denny, I'm gonna be so mad. Dude, I'm gonna be so mad if they take Denny. You don't even know.
I think Denny should be the Bulls guy.
Like he
I
should
think
be
Denny
too.
should be the
But-
Bulls guy too.
I don't think LaMelo ends up as a Hornet. And there are multiple reasons why. First of all, Michael Jordan takes things personally. He's not going to let the Ball family get involved with his franchise.
Well, then who's he gonna take?
They're going to trade down, let the Knicks get number 3, overpay.
That would be funny.
That's
They'll probably give up everything.
That's what I think is going to happen.
R.J. Barrett. They give up R.J. Barrett.
They'll give
Mitchell
up.
Robinson,
They'll,
all of them.
right now, what I'm thinking.
Kevin Knox.
Right now, what I'm thinking, you send the 3rd pick and Nick Batum's horrible contract, even though there's only like a year left of it or something.
I thought it was Batum or Batum until
Batum.
It's Batum.
until we did that one ranking
Oh, the
episode.
position rankings?
Yeah, the throwback. What
Yep.
was that? Like episode 4 or 5.
Small forward position
4 through
ranking.
9,
That
I
was
think.
episode 7.
Really?
Yes.
Gotta go back and check it out.
Yeah, I know. If you haven't seen
Yeah,
the position
definitely-
rankings yet,
definitely.
you should listen to them.
A lot of rants in there. A lot of
Oh,
rants
yeah.
by yours truly.
Oh, yeah.
The best ranter on earth. I'm better than Stephen A.
That's a hot take.
It is. Well, it's a hot take that the best ranter on earth would provide.
Exactly.
So I would think like the 3rd overall pick in Nick Batum for 8, like Mitchell Robinson and
Dwayne Bacon.
one of the bad power forward contracts, like either Taj or Portis.
Bobby Portis, yeah.
Well,
I
don't
can see
sleep
it.
on Dwayne Bacon.
Dwayne Bacon.
Yes.
So 4 we've already discussed. You guys want Denny? I think it's possible. I think it's pretty likely.
I hope so.
think it's. I mean, it seems like the only viable option because I mean, from what Arturis has been able to do with players from overseas, I don't see a reason why he doesn't. If Denny is available to him at number 4, I believe he will be taking Denny because of his very very well knowledge of overseas player. I have no idea what the I just said.
He's great
I
at
give up.
recognizing international talent.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
yes.
what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say.
All right. Then 5, Cleveland. Any predictions?
I don't know. OB.
They're taking five in the NBA. It's kind of like 3 in the NHL draft. You take the best person available.
Yeah.
I OP.
I think
I'd probably Obi.
Or the guy from USC. I keep forgetting his
Okongwu?
name. Yeah, maybe
Okongwu.
him. Maybe him.
Hey, as long as he doesn't end up on the Bulls.
I think maybe
He's not bad.
He's not bad.
No, I'm
He
not.
just doesn't
talking
fit the team.
skill. I like Okongwu. I like Okongwu in general, but I just hate the school that he went to.
And I don't think he fits the team. I think the Cavs could go with Okoro
I
I
can
like him.
see it.
Auburn.
I like him a lot.
I do too.
Unless they trade Kevin Love in the offseason, then if they do trade Kevin Love, I would go Okongwu. Otherwise, I'd be going Okoro.
Here's a question. Do you
Yeah.
think that they can get a first-round pick in exchange for Kevin Love?
Late first round.
I mean, it depends what the deal is.
Probably late.
Like-
It'd have to be a later pick.
They'd have to include they'd have to include their
Do you want to
first-
know who would fit really, really well? Like, do you want to know who Kevin Love would fit really, really well with?
Portland?
Or the Celtics?
Oh, yeah, the Celtics need big men.
Exactly. That's what I'm
But
saying. Because
contract-wise, can they afford it?
But what would they do with Gordon Hayward?
that's true.
Yeah, contract-wise, they're so top-heavy with
I
who
mean,
they
it's just-
paid.
Gordon Hayward, Speaking of the
bad for the
Celtics,
man.
Who do they play next round?
Toronto.
Celtics?
Toronto, right?
If Toronto
they've got-
wins tonight, which if they do, we'll know that by the time you're hearing this on YouTube.
Yeah.
Celtics play the winner of the Raptors Nets series.
Kurt's not a Raptors fan.
I'm a diehard Raptors fan.
That's cap.
That's gonna be a 7-game series.
I think it easily could be
I think it definitely could be.
6 or 7.
Well, who's replacing Gordon Hayward right now?
Let me check real quick.
I mean, they haven't stopped. I mean,
Yeah, but then again, this was a washed-up Sixers
Yeah,
team.
just remember that. I mean,
both teams pretty much had a bye in the first round.
Kind of, yeah.
yeah,
So-
basically.
Their starting 5 today.
It was Tatum,
was-
Jaylen Brown, Kemba Walker.
Horford?
No,
Horford,
Horford's on the
probably.
Sixers now.
Yeah, Horford's
Oh,
on
that's
the Sixers. I'm an
right.
idiot.
Wow, I'm an idiot.
They gave him
So am I.
109 mil to basically back up Embiid.
Unless they're trading them, who knows?
So it
Team's
was
so washed.
Kemba, Smart, Brown, Tatum, and Theis.
Oh, Daniel Theis. That's right. I forgot that they had Daniel Theis.
The Sixers starting 5 was Shake Milton, Josh Richardson, Harris, Horford, Embiid.
That's trash.
And
Who's
their
their
bench
six
just-
man? Who's their
I-
six man?
Who? The Celtics or
Sixers.
the Sixers? Sixers, it was Alec Burks.
Where people are sleeping on Matisse Thybulle, not just because of his vlogs, dude. Matisse Thybulle is not a bad player.
Oh, yeah, defensively, he's a dog.
He could score points if you need him to score points, he'll go out there and score.
He can,
points.
but he's primarily a defensive player.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what I think he's most well suited for in this league. I don't know. I think the Sixers peaked last year when they had Jimmy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
They should have done whatever it took to keep him, honestly.
I still
He's
don't
happy.
understand.
He's happy in Miami.
He's happy in Miami.
He's really happy,
Yeah.
especially on that point him out video by Slam.
Oh, that was a fun
That
one.
one's so funny. How they're literally like him and Bam are just literally just on Tyler Hero. Not
Yeah.
really on, but they're
messing
making
with him.
fun of Tyler.
They're messing
Exactly.
with the rookie.
My favorite question is the one where they say, who is the most likely to drop a ton of money on South Beach? And Bam points at Tyler, and Jimmy is like, what? He's 19. He can't do on South Beach.
Yeah, it's going to be
I wanna be-
interesting to see how the rest of the first round goes. The first round isn't over yet, and then the conference semifinals. I'm excited.
I'm winning. I'm winning the NBA championship.
All right, now it's time for our segment, Pick a Player. We're going to be looking at 2 players solely based on their stats and then finding out who they are.
Your
Trey, you're
time,
hosting this
Trey.
week.
Your time
All
to
right.
shine.
I'll send them.
You've got 2 MLB players. Is that correct?
I do. I'm currently sending
I'm
them.
telling you, it's Matt Chapman.
That's your early prediction?
Could be. It is 2 third basemen. I just sent it in the chat.
One's Arenado.
Nope. Well, first, who are you guys taking?
Hold up, let me look at this first.
I only have one.
You want me to read
picture.
them off?
Right
Read
now
the
I got
stats
2.
off?
Yeah, read off the stats for everyone who can't see this because, well, we're not going to be showing them on the screen.
All right. Well, player A has a 249. This is last year's stats. A 249 batting average, a 342 on base, and had 36 homers and 91 RBIs last year. And the second player hit 271, had a 358 on base, and had 49 homers and 103 RBIs. But one thing that's not in there is player A did win the Gold Glove.
I think I know who player A is.
Who is it?
Can't tell you.
You can.
No, I can't.
Well, who are you taking?
I don't know. Let me think about it. It's tough.
Yeah, I'm looking at the How many at-bats for each of them?
Trey, which one did you say was the third baseman?
They both are.
They're both.
It's Chapman and Arenado.
First one is Matt Chapman.
Called it. Let's go.
Damn.
The second one is not Nolan Arenado.
Damn it.
All right, I'm thinking I don't see how many at-bats they had.
Here, 662 for the second one. And let me see the first one.
I don't know.
670 for the first one.
I think I'm taking player 2.
I'm taking player B, honestly.
Okay. Sam, you got any guesses or?
I think the higher batting average and the
So they're both third
higher
basemen.
on base percentage.
They're both
Yes,
third
they are.
basemen.
Yes, they are. One is way better defense, which is player A, like way better.
Well, which one's Matt Chapman?
The top one, the first one.
Yeah, Matt Chapman's pretty insane at defense, but is he NL? Is he AL or NL?
I know.
Turning this into
Okay.
Guess Who now.
Okay.
I don't know,
Sam, do you want to take this one?
Sam's struggling.
Could it be Rendon?
It's not Anthony Rendon.
We're not moving on until I figure out who it is.
Well, if you give up, I could tell you.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna figure it out myself. I'm trying to think.
One of the most underrated players in baseball, in my opinion.
Do the Jeopardy music?
I don't know. I think the time's running out.
Shut up. I'm thinking.
6.5 hours later.
Sam is still causing a backup.
We're putting in one
Mike
of those.
Yastrzemski. I just threw that one up in the air.
And he's also an outfielder.
Yeah, I know. All right, I give up.
In the reveal, Eugenio Suarez.
Are you kidding?
Sam's very disappointed in himself right now.
Interesting.
From the Cincinnati Reds. Very underrated player.
I know he is.
I mean, yeah, putting up those stats, that's crazy underrated.
Yeah. He's right there with Pete Alonso for the home run lead.
Oh, yeah?
Man,
Sam's very disappointed. He's got his head down right now.
I think Mike Yastrzemski should have gotten me points because I was close.
We're not even close. Wrong coach, wrong position. Terensky's a lefty. Suarez is a righty.
Sam, we can talk about something that'll make you a bit more happy.
Mike Yastrzemski.
Ready to talk about the Cubs and Sox series?
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
That was a good one.
Right,
That was a good
you're
one.
not ready for this, I don't think.
That
Yeah.
was a good one. It was a good one. Felt good. Felt good. It was the best baseball I've ever seen. I've seen the White Sox play in a very, very long time.
I mean, Friday, just going off 10-1.
Oh, my God.
Eloy,
Mount Eloy.
that was a crazy
It was all Abreu. 6 homers. I mean, that's insane.
hit. Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing I can say. Like the Cubs, they just got to tip the cap. They got their ass kicked on Friday and Saturday, and they snuck one out on Sunday. But it happens. I mean, the White Sox are for real.
Yeah, Sam, you've been
Not
hyping
yet, though. Not
them
yet,
up for a
though.
while.
I've been hyping them up. It's just I don't like. They're gonna be very, very inconsistent. I can tell you that. They're gonna
What a
be
young team
inconsistent.
is.
Exactly. Like we're super, super young. Because after Keuchel and Giolito, it's nothing but young guys except for Gio Gonzalez. But I think Renteria is trying to make him like a person that you put in if a starter is struggling when like early in the innings. Like you can just go to Gio Gonzalez.
Just pitch him against the Cubs. It's an automatic win.
That's cap.
Cubs can't hit him. That's been back since he's been in Milwaukee.
Wasn't he with he was with Washington. He was insane with Washington.
Who?
He
Gio
peaked in
Gonzalez.
Gio
Washington.
Gonzalez?
Yeah. I peaked in Washington.
He was in Washington from 2012 until 2007 or 2018.
He was
really good.
Really,
17
He was
was his
really
last
good.
full year. With
he
the
was
Nats.
really good.
He was the third guy behind Strasburg and Max.
They had Scherzer in 2012.
I don't know. He came over in a big contract. I don't remember what year
I'm looking
it was.
it up right now.
He's been there a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
SportsReference.com. That's where we get all of our stats from.
Shout out.
HockeyReference.com is the best one, but just put it out there. Well, I usually use Elite Prospects, but
Well, for
if I
hockey,
need
yeah.
player
That's,
stats. If I need player stats, I'll go to Elite Hockey,
Play-
Elite
yeah.
Prospects.
Scherzer was in Detroit in 2012.
Yeah, he was a beast in Detroit.
He came over to Washington in 2015.
Still is a beast.
He still is one of the
He
best
is.
pitchers in baseball.
Mad Max.
It's a great movie, by the way, Mad Max Fury Road.
It's a great movie.
There's been a lot of drama at some NFL training camps. Baltimore Ravens ended up cutting ties with Earl Thomas earlier today, as of the day we're recording this. Trey, where do you think he ends up?
He's going to Dallas 100%. They need him. They can pay him. That's everything.
Back when he
whole
was in
thing.
Seattle, he told them, "Come get me."
Yeah, he's going to Dallas. I'm gonna call it now. I don't see why he doesn't.
Sam?
I mean, I could see him going to Dallas.
Do you want him to go to Dallas?
No, I don't. I really, really don't.
Are you
I don't,
at
I
all
don't want
scared
anybody,
of Dallas?
I don't want to. I don't want to get anybody. I'm not scared of Dallas. I just hate Dallas. They don't deserve anybody.
America's favorite team.
Off.
Well, they've got your Notre Dame guy at guard.
Yeah, they
Martin.
do.
I like Jalen Smith and Zach Martin. That's it.
Oh, you know who else they have? Sam's boy, Mike McCarthy.
Oh, yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
Guy. I don't want that guy anywhere near our team
And
anymore.
last year
I
they
miss
had Randall
him.
Cobb too, right?
I miss him.
I miss him.
Why?
I miss Mike McCarthy
Why is that?
because him and Aaron Rodgers fought. He made the Packers worse.
Oh, yeah.
So I liked him.
He was stuck back in like 2011. That's where his brain was at, football. Then for the Ravens, I think this is a big hit for them in terms of talent.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they have Deshaun Elliott, who I think is a great safety. An option for them, but
He could be all right.
he's injury prone. That's the problem.
It's just that's only like one hole because that's just such a complete football team. I think
I'm
they'll
a
be able to
complete-
survive. So
I
am
think-
a complete football team.
I think they're going to be a bit worse on their offensive line with Yonder retiring.
Yonder.
I mean, he was stud for years.
Wander over yonder.
Well, that show, I remember that.
That's a great show. That show's goated.
I think the one player who could really be hurt by this move is Marcus Peters.
It's fair. I mean,
He has a super aggressive play style. Like, he's always going for interceptions instead of the
oh
tackle.
yeah. That's why I like Marcus Peters a lot. I've always liked him. I really, really felt bad when he was struggling. Because where was he before? I'm blanking right now. Before Baltimore.
The Rams?
it was in the
Rams.
He
Rams.
started off
Yeah,
in Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City, he was really good. He was
He was a
good in
monster in
City.
Kansas
Yeah, he
City.
was. He was.
And then he went to LA and then just fell off.
Yeah. Or he didn't fall off. He was still pretty good. He just didn't get as much attention.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the thing with Marcus Peters, though, is he's going to need another he's going to need a safety behind him to cover just in case he doesn't get the interception and misses the tackle or just can't get the tackle.
Exactly.
So I feel like that's going to hurt the team. I'm interested to see, do they try to bring in Logan Ryan? Because even though he has played corner for his entire career, seemingly now he's trying to get onto a team as a safety.
Worth a shot.
I don't know.
I mean,
but
they worked out Dez.
Well, if
they did. Did they sign him?
No.
Or no? Oh.
If you're going to work out Dez, you can at least consider Logan Ryan, I think. At least I would.
Might as well. I mean, I don't see why not.
And all of our teams have been in training camp, and I think we each have fan favorite, a rookie who's turning heads at training camp, or at least one rookie. So, Sam, let's start off with you on this.
I've got
Packers
two.
Players?
It was our first 2 draft picks, A.J. Dillon and Jordan Love. The reason I say Jordan Love is because Jordan Love, from what I've seen in videos on Twitter, I've seen a lot of Aaron Rodgers, like one-on-one Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love. Just the other day, they stayed after practice for almost 2.5 hours just working on his mechanics and stuff like that. I was really, really glad to see that.
And your other guy?
A.J. Dillon, also known as Saquon 2.0, but he's
Oh my God! Look at his pictures of him.
Every day.
Oh my God!
Every day.
No, I'm not. And for all you people that are going to say he's not going to, I don't think he's going to be as good as Saquon Barkley. I'm saying just because of the size of his legs, but
he's a tank.
His legs are bigger than my face.
That's not an exaggeration either.
Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. I don't even know what to say. I just want to know how many pairs of shorts that guy's gone through so far. That's all I want to know.
Do you have a player comparison for him?
Not yet, because I haven't seen. I mean, he seems pretty agile.
Based on college tape too.
Probably maybe a little bit heavier Saquon. Just because, I mean, I don't think he's going to be as good. He's not going to be as good. He has a chance, but I doubt he will. But I don't know. I mean, it's because I mean, or maybe a lighter Eddie Lacy. I could see that too.
LeGarrette Blount.
That's fair. That's fair too.
Because that's who I think of when I see him. Just a stronger LeGarrette Blount and more agile.
Mm-hmm.
Trey, your first pick in the draft.
He got praises from a future Hall of Fame tight end, Jimmy Graham. He said he's every bit of 260. It reminds me of a young me, and that just gets you excited. I mean,
it does.
I think Jimmy Graham will help him. He's obviously past his prime.
Well, prime
he can
Jimmy
help
Graham
the guy.
Was great.
Yeah, and you can help him.
Yeah,
his leadership's still a thing. So I think he's going to be the second best target in the Bears offense behind Allen Robinson.
Just letting you guys know, I've met Cole Kmet before. Just not to flex at all.
What's your player comp? What's your player comp, Sam?
Cole Kmet?
Yeah.
I mean, I only watched him in college, but
still.
That's tough. I mean, I don't know too many tight ends. I mean, maybe an Antonio Gates.
I would take that.
Yeah.
I would take that 100%.
He's a great route runner. That's one thing that he needs to work on. He's got super glue hands, I can tell you that.
We need that.
Well, good, reliable pass catching tight end. That's
exactly
any team
reliable.
Can benefit from that.
That's what you need.
All reliable.
Yeah.
Packers have that.
And then the Vikings guy who I'm really excited about.
Boo.
3rd round pick.
Boo.
Cornerback out of Mississippi State.
Boo.
Cameron Dantzler.
Oh.
Oh no, you're not ready for this guy.
Whoa.
You are
Play
definitely.
real football.
Cameron Dantzler played at Mississippi State. What does that have to do with anything?
He's not
Blow
going
up the
to play
roof.
real football.
Blow up the roof.
Seriously, this guy is going to be great. Third-round pick out of Mississippi State. In his entire college career, he only allowed one touchdown. And he got some praise earlier this week from Adam Thielen, who's one of the best receivers in the league, a Pro Bowler. And he said 27 is going to be really good. And Dantzler played Alabama and LSU last season. This is from PFF Sam on Twitter. Allowed 21 passing yards in those two games combined against Jamar Chase and then the Bama receivers, Judy and Ruggs. If I had to give a player comp, honestly, because of his height, because Cameron Dantzler he's 6'2", he kind of reminds me a little bit of Richard Sherman.
I am Richard Sherman.
He's a tall, physical corner who's got great cover skills. I'm really excited to see him play. And honestly, even though secondary was my biggest concern, I really like what the Vikings have for the next couple years and beyond with our picks, Jeff Gladney and my personal favorite, Cameron Dantzler.
Good for the division. A lot of young players coming in.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a lot of current talent and then very bright future for the NFC North. All right, so those were our thoughts on the NBA Draft Lottery. We played Pick a Player with Trey. We talked about the Cubs and Sox series and talked about NFL training camps. So if you like this podcast, feel free to comment, like the episode, and subscribe to our channel. Check out our other episodes and follow us on social media. We listed those at the beginning of the episode. And if you are interested in being a guest on the podcast, just follow us on social media and let us know. We'd really like to have anyone on the podcast for future episodes. So yeah, remember that the Three Sportsmen is a weekly podcast, so be sure to tune in next week as well. And remember, trust the podcast.